Hello, this will be a channel message for you, for your highest good, and I trust that it found you at the perfect time. I really appreciate you being here with me in this moment, and as always, I love you so much, and I am so proud of you. I am talking to somebody today who is embracing and embodying their authenticity, and in turn, gaining deeper levels of access to their soul's truth, their soul's essence. And you understand, this is not an overnight process. I see you very patiently, very consistently, and very courageously skimming back these layers of self, doing the deep dive into the psyche, into the motivations, witnessing and unlearning certain layers of programming that have been given to us over time, and they no longer serve us on our soul's journey. You are learning how to speak your truth and share your wisdom, even when it's scary, even when not everybody agrees. And right now, you may somewhat identify with the idea of being a bit of a spiritual warrior. Somebody who's embracing this alchemical process, embracing this deep dive, because you have that higher level of understanding, even when it's so emotionally challenging and so exhausting. You are becoming so powerful. You're totally reaching new levels here. So powerful, so emotionally resilient, so much emotional awareness here. And it's not a power that seeks to control others. There's a power here that is yearning on a soul level to embody this love and share this joy and this warmth with others. In its own timing, I don't see you putting pressure on yourself here or forcing this process to take place. But there is this element of radiance and stepping out onto the stage, being seen, being heard as our true soul self. You might be seeing eyes right now. I feel like eyes are significant. That higher level of understanding and attracting in the right people, the right circumstances that are aligned with our authenticity as we project our reality, right? Alongside this summer solstice radiance card, I get the whale breach in reverse. So to me, it's symbolically speaking about this deep dive. And you're growing. You're expanding. There's a deep level of intuition and ancient soul level wisdom here that you're gaining access to in these primordial spaces. And there might be like a primal animalistic essence and a drive and a passion that you're tapping into by doing this, is what I'm getting. And I think it's interesting. I want to point this out because if you put these cards kind of like this, you can see the line that is connecting these two cards. It's a sine wave, S-I-N-E, wave, right? And there's some kind of reverence or understanding here when it comes to these waves of energy, the flow, the ups and downs in life. You're riding these waves, and there's an understanding that we need to create safety in our system as we do this deep dive. It's like if we move too quickly or force ourselves to try to peel back these layers when we're not feeling ready and we're not feeling safe, the inner child, the shadow, the subconscious, these parts of us kind of recoil and reject the experience. So you've kind of surrendered to a pace here in which all of this needs to take place. And what I'm getting is that there is a familiar spirit guide for you that is stepping forward and assisting you with this process. It feels feminine and it feels generational, some kind of family aspect here. A female ancestor is coming forward to assist you with this process. And you might see this as a higher aspect of your consciousness, or you might see this as like there's an ancestral generational element to all of this, a blood relative. And it's because you're taking steps outside of some kind of cycle or a path in your family. You're stepping outside of those bounds and you're walking your own way. You're following your passion and you're receiving divine support from this guide to help you do this. And I get wind activation. They're actually feeding you with certain pieces of information and experiences to assist you walking on this path. And they're speaking to you through phenomenon. They're speaking to you through mystical experiences. It's not necessarily through words and through downloads. You might be setting some kind of intention or asking questions about your path and about what's required of you, the next steps. And then you find yourself guided into certain experiences where, in a really mind-bending kind of way, synchronistically, life is showing you the answer to that question. And sometimes to tap into these deeper layers of self and connect to the inner child, and to be able to have that compassion for self, to have that feeling, have access to that, it's something that you need to live. You can't think your way into it. You can't conceptualize your way into these feelings of having unconditional love and acceptance for self. You might be finding yourself guided into certain experiences where you witness somebody else or you see some kind of pattern play out, and it will crack you open emotionally, and you connect with that compassion and that feeling, and that's when you're aligned with your soul's truth. I feel like I'm making sense here. And this wind, this activation that's taking place, the information and the experiences that this guide is providing you with is feeding your passion. It's giving you the energy and the vitality and the drive, that passion and that love for life. And you might feel this part of you opening up. Again, emerging, being radiant. This guide is feeding you right now with this energy. It's guiding you. And I'm seeing this like this wind activation. It's got this pattern on it. It almost looks like a clam on the side here. There's a pearl in here. There's a gift deep inside of you that you're accessing right now. Some kind of creative gift. There has been such a willingness to do this work and communicate with yourself and communicate with the divine. And it might feel like things are happening in perfect timing, in its own timing, like I said. So I get the Wheel of Fortune as I split the deck here. And I get the Three of Cups, communicating in these non-linear spaces, these liminal spaces, right? Doing this deep dive into the waters, into the subconscious. Cancerian energy here coming forward. Leo energy. Going back to what I was saying, like creating that level of safety in your system, being able to communicate with yourself and communicate with the inner child so that we can emerge, feel safe, radiating this love and this light. I was like, hello. Is there anyone in there? I get the Ten of Cups. My goodness. There is so much emotional abundance available for you. You're aligning yourself with it. Like I said, you're accessing your soul's truth, which is love. And you might be seeing that abundance takes many forms. It's not just physical wealth. It's not just about the material, guys. You are aligned with the Ten of Cups frequency. This is your energy. Aligning yourself with ideal relationships, true emotional connection as you show up for yourself. Attracting in like-minded people where you can feel safe to connect and share yourself and be yourself and speak your truth. As the Queen of Swords. So clarifying, so authentic, so willing to set these boundaries. And if somebody is creating some level of irritation in your life. I'm getting people who are, is so random and specific, but people who are being really cryptic and passive aggressive with you and implying that your truth isn't the right truth or that they're not for you or whatever. And I just see you cutting them out because you don't have time for that anymore. You are really valuing your time, your energy, not afraid to set these boundaries and just walk away and live in the 10 of Cups, right? Doing this with kindness too. Speaking the 10 of Cups frequency, the frequency of emotional fulfillment and abundance, speaking that through you. That is channeling through you, through your words. But you're just somebody who's speaking the truth. Like I said, it comes back to your authenticity. Not afraid to let these endings take place. Allowing these cycles to close themselves out because it's time. Not shying away from that alchemical process. And sitting with the difficult emotions. Knowing that there's like creative treasures in these experiences as the heart cracks open. Like you understand that it's feeding your creativity. It's allowing you to expand into a version of self that can create freely, authentically, whatever that means to you. Whether it's art, relationships, creating your dream life, creating a family system, a community. I get the Ace of Pentacles and the Empress in terms of the way that you're showing up in the world. Alchemizing some kind of lack mentality here with the Five of Pentacles. Maybe something to do with a home situation. Feeling more at home in the world with this Four of Wands, right? Because you're showing up for yourself. You're creating a safe space for yourself energetically. And it's so in line and so confirming what I'm saying because we have the Six of Wands underneath that. The Six of Inspiration. You're being guided by a female ancestor here or a higher aspect of your consciousness, moving through certain experiences that are feeding your passion, feeding this flame. I'm seeing like a spark just landing in the perfect environment and becoming this flame which just burns, right? Like this Leo energy, this fixed fire energy. And slowly you're feeling more and more comfortable embodying this in front of other people and being seen as this version of self and being celebrated as this authentic version of you with the Six of Wands. I mean, guys, this is beautiful stuff here. And it is giving you the ability, the confidence, the drive, that passion for life. It's giving you that energy so that you can pursue financial opportunities or certain situations that provide you with stability. There might be like a new job or something that you're going after, a new project that you're starting. Formulating these ideas and understanding that it's coming from the right energetic starting point. You've been building a foundation. You've been so patiently doing this shadow work and pulling back these layers and cementing a really solid foundation of joy and emotional fulfillment and self-acceptance so that you can use that as a jumping off point into this new reality of abundance and security. With the Ace of Pentacles and the Empress, actively channeling this feminine creativity. Going back to what I was saying, there's like a primal essence here that you're gaining access to. This is only for some of you, it's quite specific, but there might be like a healing around your sexuality at this time, being able to speak about these things, or some kind of act, like a sexual act is improving your ability to be present in the moment and create through that and channel that primal essence. Like I said, very specific, maybe for some of you. This kind of healing that's happening in this space, it's allowing you to feel more safe and open up. It's like you're healing your ability to trust, maybe just through connecting with a partner or a friend that you have a close emotional bond with. It's like you're learning how to trust again. Learning how to love again, learning how to be in relationship, learning how to be vulnerable. Because there's so much wisdom and so much discernment. You've stepped into the Queen of Swords frequency. You have these boundaries. You have the experience. You've learnt the lessons. And you're so intuitive, like it's a feeling. You can feel when something's not right. You feel when you need to take a step back. Take a pause. You can feel when things are confusing. And you need to allow it to process and gestate. And there's no fear of missing out here. So if something doesn't feel quite right, you're not going to jump through that portal into that experience. You're not going to engage with that situation that doesn't feel right. And again, it's this idea of this strong feminine spirit guide that is feeding you with this. And I get the Knight of Cups on the feminine side of your energy. Guys, so beautiful. Open to receiving these offers. Open to receiving this love. The Knight of Cups on the feminine side of your energy. With the Lovers on the bottom of the deck. Peep the shell, the golden ratio. The lotus flower. So feminine. In divine timing. This spiral journey back to self, in alignment with your true nature, your soul's code. What feels right for you? I'm just hearing that plane. I don't know if you can hear that. But it's almost as if things are taking off. Things are taking off for you. And there's no pressure here. If that makes you feel a certain way, and you don't want to take off, you don't have to take off anywhere. No one's telling you to do anything, right? There's a process that's happening for you. And it's actually going to complement how you're feeling and what your needs are. What you want out of this life. Guys, there's just a frequency here of divine support and love. And whatever that means for you, however that translates into your life experience. There's so much abundance here, an abundance of love and joy. An abundance of fiery, passionate, creative energy. And an abundance of security. You're like channeling this cosmic intelligence. Aligning yourself with the flow of life. Or aligning yourself with organic, secure growth and expansion. And a big part of this, what I'm getting, has been your ability to allow endings to happen. Now my throat chakra is getting all, it's like glitching out. It's like, we have been really working on our ability to find the right words and have the conversations that lead to the endings that we know need to happen. Situations where maybe previously we would stay beyond the expiration date. We're just embracing the ending. No fear. Because we understand that by clearing out energies that do not serve us, we leave empty space for the love to come in. This is being in alignment. And you're becoming a lot more familiar and comfortable in that empty space. In that feminine space. Just allowing it to be. Allowing that space to exist in your life. And then when you do, it happens in a way that is so uncanny. All of a sudden, when you take that divine pause, you take that breath, you take that rest, and you let that space be, the new seeds just sprout like magic. You're creating magic in your life. Some kind of feminine like ritual practice here might be significant. Setting up an altar, working with the moon. I'm getting incense, smudging, working with like particular crystals. That's really getting me here. There's like particular crystals. Something that you haven't worked with before. Amethyst might be significant here. I'm getting lapis lazuli as well. Really interesting. You might be finding shells. Might be finding shells out and about. I had this old friend who, again, an ending that just needed to happen, but he used to say like, shell be right. Shell be right, mate. So whenever I see a big shell, that's my sign, right? Shell be right. And I feel like horses are really significant at this time as well. The number 8, spiders might be significant here. I get the Cancerian energy as advice, you know, this frequency that we can use more of. We can embody these safety systems, create that frequency of nurturing in our body, unconditional love and acceptance for self. This is what we need right now. The energy of the mother, the female spirit guide, right? See the shell. See the shell on this card. Nurturing, creating comfort. These systems of safety and protection emotionally. Now I'm seeing the Chariot card, which corresponds to Cancer. This energy will create balance in our life. Will allow us to move forward with flow, with more freedom, like the horse. The embodiment of our true, passionate, authentic self without comparison, understanding that everybody's in their own unique process and nobody can give you that sense of value. It's coming from within you. You're doing the self-care, you're nurturing yourself, and this spirit guide is saying, yes, yes. This is what your soul needs. This is what your body needs. Keep giving yourself that love. It's so beautiful, guys. And you're a match to the Knight of Cups and the Lover's frequency. You're only receiving more and more love into your reality, into your life experience. I'm feeling like there's one more that wants to come through. Sound healing I'm getting. There's something about frequencies that are really important right now. Working with certain frequencies, sound healing. The flute might be significant. Didgeridoo might be significant. Working with the flame, working with fire. Some of you guys might be like fire dancing or something. That might be significant. It's so feminine. There's like a blending of the fire and water. Something about that alchemical process. I'm getting eagles might be significant as well. So I get Uranus. I get Uranus coming out with Scorpio on the bottom of the deck. So heavy on the water energy right now. Hey, this deep dive that you've been embracing is so beneficial. It's so healing and it's so cleansing. There is so much confirmation here that the work you're doing is so important and so magical. And it's really propelling things forward in a way that feels so safe and in flow. So I get Scorpio on the bottom of the deck. Again, this idea of not being accepted by everybody. You don't need to emotionally align and connect with every person. And there may be people that don't agree with what you're doing right now, but you're just too strong. You're too strong to care. It's like there's so much beautiful, passionate, emotional fulfillment here that you're on your own path and you're connecting with the right people here. And like I said, I get Uranus coming out, right? So it's like embracing this radical change. This is a major shift. It's a shift, a pivot outside of some kind of typical family structure or a pattern that has played out in your generational line. You're being asked to continue with the self-care and the nurturing, and that's part of this pattern. There's a family system here that didn't necessarily encourage that nurturing and that emotional support because people were just doing the best with what they had, with their level of understanding, with their programming. And guys, you're breaking the pattern. You're breaking the generational pattern here, and there is so much divine support here for you from your ancestors. A feminine ancestor in particular here. Embrace this radical change. Keep pouring into yourself. I'm so proud of you guys. You're doing amazing, and you're doing something that is actually so countercultural, and you are being so courageous through all of this. So I really appreciate that, guys. I really appreciate you doing this work, because you are a part of this collective shift that is taking place, and I just see a world that really needs that beautiful, soft, mothering Cancerian energy right now. It is so healing. So again, thank you so much. I really appreciate you sharing this beautiful, comforting, nurturing, passionate, exciting, expansive space with me. This authentic space. Let's go, guys. We're totally out here. We're totally getting it. Let's go. There's so much here, right? The Empress, the Ace of Pentacles, I apologize. The 10 of Cups, the Knight of Cups, the Lovers, Radiance. That's you guys. Let's go. Let's go. I'm so stoked right now. I absolutely cannot wait to do it all again in the next reading. So much love to you guys. Bye-bye.